This is your technical update from the LMAX Exchange Research and Analytics Desk for Thursday, November 6, 2014. Euro dollar. So the market has recently broken down to a fresh yearly low this week at 124.40, but since then has been consolidating. A break and close below 124.40 would open the door for more significant declines down towards the medium-term downside extension, which focuses in on the multi-month range lows at 120. You can see here going back to 2008, the market has been gradually putting in lows since 2008, and all of those lows come in somewhere around the 120 area. But on the daily chart, there is possibility for a bit more of a correction before we see any significant downside pressure, and the 50-day moving average then becomes critical. The 50-day moving average has been a very good cap on gains looking past for the past several months. And if you look at the market, basically since May of 2014, the market's been well capped below the 50-day moving average. So if we do see a correction, that's kind of where the market should look to stall out again, or well ahead of that. Now the 50-day moving average comes in at 127.60, but key resistance in the short term for Thursday trade comes in all the way at closer at 125.80. So a break and close back above 125.80 would open the door for a more significant correction towards the 50-day moving average, while inability to do so will keep the immediate pressure on the downside for a focus of a retest and a breakdown below 124.40. But only really a significant move or a close back above the 50-day moving average would compromise the current bearish structure. Sterling dollar. Cable continues to trade within this familiar consolidation range over the past several days and weeks, with the range high defined by 162.27. That's the high from the 9th of October, and the low coming in now at 158.69. That's the low that we saw yesterday on Wednesday. Now, that was a fresh 2014 low, just taking out the previous low that had been set on the 15th of October at 158.75. But inability for the market to establish a close below 58.75 set up a failure to the downside and open the latest bounce. At the same time, though, the consolidation over the past several days is still classified as a bearish consolidation given the downside move that we had seen in previous weeks, and ultimately a break is favored below 58.69 to open the next major downside extension towards 155 that is. Ultimately, only a break back above 162.27 would compromise the shorter term outlook. Dollar yen. Dollar yen is in the process of correcting a little bit on Thursday after surging to a fresh multi-year high, fresh 7-year high above 115 at 115.50, or just over 115.50. The move now completes a measured move upside extension following the break above 110 of 500 points to the 115 area, and from here, given the overbought technical readings with the RSI well above 70 and closer to just trading by 80, there is the possibility the market will consolidate or pull back a little bit before we see any significant meaningful gains beyond 115.50. Key support for today comes in at yesterday's low. That's the low from Wednesday, which comes in at 113.40, and a break and close below 113.40 would trigger the onset of a correction. Ultimately, though, 110.10, that previous yearly high, should act as formidable previous resistance, now turned support. Euro Swiss. Euro Swiss has been attempting to recover on Thursday following a break earlier in the day to fresh yearly lows down to 120.31. The market has been trading lower over the past several months, but has recently been supported at 120.45, which had been the previous yearly low from September. The break this week below 20.45 had exposed a major barrier down at 120, but the market is now attempting to put in a bullish reversal day on Thursday, and this could open the door for a move back towards the recent highs at 120.80. But ultimately, a break above 121.40, that's the high from October 7th, would be required to force a shift in the structure. Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar has finally broken down from its multi-day bearish consolidation with a confirmed lower top now in place at 89.11, and this opening the next major downside extension, exposing the 84 area over the coming days and weeks. Ultimately, only back above 89.11 would force a shift in the structure. Dollar CAD. Dollar CAD has pulled back a little bit since putting in fresh yearly highs at 114.67 on Wednesday. There is the possibility that the market pulls back a little bit more, although the current constructive outlook or the constructive structure continues to be in place, with any setbacks ultimately seen very well supported ahead of the previous higher low at 111.22. A break back above 1467 would expose an immediate retest of 115 and would start to get the market thinking about 120 further up. Kiwi dollar. Kiwi has finally broken down below its multi-day range support, with a break below 77.07 confirming a fresh medium-term lower top at 80.35. That's the high from the 21st of October. Now this opens a next measured move downside extension towards the 7,400 area over the coming days. Ultimately, any rally should continue to be very well capped below 80.35, with only a move back above to compromise the current bearish structure. SPX 500. The S&P 500 has rallied to fresh record highs again on Wednesday, with the market consolidating early Thursday. A break back below 2002, the low from Tuesday, would now be required to take the immediate pressure off the top side and open the door for a more significant correction. Inability to break below 2002 would keep the pressure on the top side and have the market looking to more record highs. Gold. After seeing a corrective move in gold from the 6th of October all the way up to the 21st of October between 1180 and 1256, the market has since been in a very strong decline, breaking down below 1180 to confirm a lower top at 1256 and open a measured move downside extension exposing the 1100 area. However, with daily studies very well oversold, there is the possibility that the market consolidates or trades higher for a correction before we see any significant declines down towards 1100. That's all for today. Have a good one and see you back on again tomorrow.